Okay, picture this. You open the mail, and bam, you're staring at a property tax bill for over 7 grand. And to make matters worse, if you miss the final deadline by a single day, you get slammed with an immediate 8% penalty. No exceptions. Welcome to King County property taxes. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's dive right into this step-by-step explainer on how to navigate the online system, avoid those brutal fees, and basically just protect your wallet.
To put that penalty into perspective for you, the median property tax bill here is a staggering $7,292. So if you miss that final winter deadline, that 8% statutory penalty hits you instantly. That is a massive financial blow, right? And to add insult to injury, it's compounded by a 1% monthly interest charge mandated by state law. Ouch.
So we are going to make absolutely sure you avoid those harsh statutory penalties. Think of us as your personal digital guide, here to help you confidently submit your payment today. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer trying to decode your very first bill or a seasoned business owner looking to optimize how you pay, this explainer is designed to make the whole process completely seamless.
Here's our quick roadmap for this explainer. We'll be hitting the property tax basics, prepping your account info, navigating the payment portal, executing your online payment, troubleshooting and support, and we'll wrap up with relief programs and tips.
All right, let's kick things off with part 1, the property tax basics.
Now, you might actually be surprised to learn that only about 20% of your tax dollars stay with King County to fund services like roads, criminal justice, and public health. The vast majority of it, a full 80%, goes straight to local schools, cities, and junior taxing districts. So often, those painful increases you see on your tax bill, they aren't even from rising property values. They're actually from voter-approved measures for things like veterans, seniors, fire protection, and local parks.
In this timeline we're looking at, it is absolutely critical. King County property taxes are collected on a super strict biannual schedule. Your first half is due on April 30th, and the second half is due October 31st. If you miss that April deadline, a 3% penalty hits on June 1st. And if you miss the October deadline, that terrifying 8% penalty drops on December 1st. Plus, like we mentioned, state law mandates an additional 1% monthly interest on top of those massive penalty spikes. You really do not want to be late.
Moving right along to part 2, prepping your account info.
So before you pay, the absolute crucial first step is figuring out whether you're paying for real property or personal property. And this matters because they use completely different account number formats. Real property covers your residential or commercial land and physical structures, and you'll need your 10-digit parcel number for this. Personal property, on the other hand, covers business assets, plus mobile and floating homes that aren't tied to a real property account. For personal property, you need an 8-digit account number.
Now, if you can't find your tax statement or valuation change notice, don't panic. For real property, you can easily just use the county's eReal Property search tool online. But for personal property, those accounts aren't actually indexed in the public search engines. So you'll literally have to pick up the phone and call the Treasury's Personal Property Unit at 206-263-2844. Oh, and a quick pro tip for staying safe online, always check for that secure.gov ending and the little HTTPS lock icon in your browser bar before typing in your account numbers.
Okay, part 3, navigating the payment portal.
Honestly, if you just follow these 4 exact steps, even complete beginners can seamlessly navigate the county system without any confusion. First up, head to payment.kingcounty.gov and type in your number without any dashes. Second, and this is a big one, verify the billing details to ensure it's actually your name and your address popping up. Third, select your taxes. If you want to knock out the full year all at once, just make sure you check the boxes for both current half-year payments. Finally, add it all to your cart and proceed to checkout. Easy enough, right?
Now for the main event, part 4, executing your online payment.
This is where you can actually save some serious cash. By state law, King County is prohibited from absorbing credit card transaction costs, which means the payment processor passes those hefty fees directly onto you. So for that median property tax bill of $7,292 we talked about, that 2.35% credit card fee will cost you over $171. Compare that to using a debit card for a flat $3.50 or an e-check for just 55 cents. If you have the cash sitting in your checking account, the e-check is hands down the way to go.
But hold your horses before you hit submit, because there are a few restrictions. While other county departments might be cool with digital wallets, you absolutely cannot use Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, or PayPal for your property taxes. The e-check system will also instantly reject convenience checks drawn on credit cards, cashier's checks, or home equity line of credit checks.
And listen to this. Once your payment finally goes through, immediately print that payment confirmation screen and save the automated email. That is literally your only proof of a timely transaction.
Let's jump into Part 5, Troubleshooting and Support.
If things go sideways, don't hesitate to reach out to Treasury Operations. If your online payment fails, if you haven't received a statement by March 1st, or if your property details just look completely wrong on the portal, give them a call. For real estate, you'll want to use that 2890 number. For business assets or mobile homes, call the 2844 number. And if you're facing some financial hardship right now, definitely take note of that bottom number for payment plan support.
And finally, Part 6, Relief Programs and Tips.
First off, do yourself a favor and sign up for text and email reminders on the King County homepage so you never miss a due date. But more importantly, if you are a senior citizen or disabled with an income under $84,000 or a low-income homeowner earning under $57,000 or even up to $88,998 depending on the specific program, you might actually qualify for exemptions or deferrals. Just remember, you have to apply to the county assessor by September 1st. Also, if you're already behind and have delinquent taxes, signing up for a payment plan through Evergreen Note Servicing before the end of November can completely wipe out that terrifying 8% December penalty. You'll just pay a $75 setup fee and regular interest, which is a huge lifesaver.
Okay, here's a wild fact to wrap up. Surprisingly, there is absolutely zero benefit to paying your taxes early. No discounts, no gold stars. By state law, the county can't even collect property taxes until the actual year they are due. So your best financial strategy isn't to part with your money months in advance. It's simply setting a rock-solid calendar reminder to pay exactly on time, using that 55-cent e-check option.
As we close things out, I do need to give a quick reminder. This explainer is for informational purposes only and reflects the procedures as of the date of publication. For the most current and personalized advice, please consult official King County resources or seek professional guidance. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if this guide helped demystify your tax bill. But before you go, ask yourself, knowing that 80% of your bill goes directly into local schools and community measures, does paying that tax feel like a burden or an investment in your own backyard? Keep learning, stay focused, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.